Gentlemen, I'm Alan O from Boretech, and the purpose of this webinar is to introduce there's a one used PET bottle washing line in Venezuela to be sold recently. So I would like to introduce the detail of that. And if you have any question, then you can ask me after the presentation. It's not changed. Okay, so and this is the agenda of this webinar today. First of all, I will introduce the background of this project, and secondly, I will introduce the configuration of the line, and thirdly, I will introduce the equipment disassembly and the delivery terms, and finally, I will tell you the transaction way and the after sales services. Okay, first of all, the background of this line is that the company Caribe is located in Venezuela and invested by a let's say businessman from Colombia. So this is a foreign investment in Venezuela, and the line is finished installation in early of 2017 and have smooth operation since then. And the main application for the end products, PET flakes, is for PET sheet extrusion and the bottle-to-bottle applications. And the company has no extrusion or other downstream application. They just produce PET flakes for sale so far. And the reason why the company wants to sell the line is that due to the unstable political and economic situation in Venezuela. And secondly, they have difficulty of material obtainment, which means that it's not easy to buy enough raw material, so-called PET bottle bales in Venezuela. So after their internal discussion, they decide to sell the line. Okay, so let me introduce the configuration of the line. The capacity, that's a process capacity of this line is 1,500 kg per hour. But actually before crushing, we have designed the capacity to be 3 tons per hour. It means that the line can be upgraded to 3 tons per hour entirely. And the operation time of this line is since early of 2017. So what I can say is the line has been operated for 3.5 years. And the functional section of this line included are bale breaking, bottle pre-washing with its process water circulation system. And thirdly, we have label separation and the metal removal and optical bottle sorting and manual inspection, crushing, flotation, and the flake hot soaking washing with chemical water circulation system as well, and the friction washing and rinsing and centrifugal drying. And then we have blending process and zigzag dust removal and optical flake sorting. And finally, we have a packing station. So I didn't mention about the conveyance equipment such as screw conveyor or belt conveyor, but they are all included in this package. And then we can see a rough layout of this line. This is designed based on their existing building at that time. So if you have your existing building which has different shape or different dimension, then Boretech can support in revamping this line to fit to fit different size of the building. So the next one shows the functional sections of each part. So from the upper side, we have this chain conveyor for bale feeding. Then we have a bale breaker. And after bale breaking, we have a buffer tank here to keep the bottles for constant feeding to the next process. And then we have first manual sorting conveyor, which people can stand here to sort different polymer and the big contaminant. And after first step of the sorting, we move the bottles to pre-washing. And in this pre-washing, which equipped with water circulation, we dose hot chemical water with bottles and wash the entire bottles inside the drum for 5 to 6 minutes. Then the chemical water will be discharged over here, and we have a disc. We have a vibration spring to sieve the solid waste and collect the chemical water, because the chemical water still get certain temperature, let's say 70 degrees. So by simple heating, we can reuse the chemical water again. Then after pre-washing, we move the bottles to the second stage of the manual sorting. The second stage of the manual sorting to remove, let's say, some labels. And because after pre-washing, the shape of the bottles will expand a little bit. So for manual sorting, it is easier for them to distinguish which is raw material to be rejected. And in this sorting table, we also equipped a magnetic roller belt to remove the ferrous metal automatically. Then after this metal removal, we discharge the material to the label scraper. We have a label scraper, which equips with alloy steel tips and the blades to break labels which on bottles. Then we discharge the bottles and the broken labels together to the next process, so-called the label blower, to separate the labels from bottles. So in this label blower, we discharge the labels from this direction, because we have electrical fan to blow the air to this direction. And since the labels are lighter, we will blow the labels out. And the bottles are heavier, so the bottles will drop to the next process, to this conveyor. By this conveyor, we move the material to this vibration feeder. And the purpose of this vibration feeder is to equalize the material feeding to the next process, because the next process is the optical sorter. So in this optical sorter, we can sort different polymer and the different color of material automatically by near infrared detection and digital camera. And after optical sorting, we have the final stage of the sorting belt. The final stage of the sorting belt, because the optical sorter cannot guarantee 100% material separation. So we still need to keep certain people here. Let's say for 1.5 ton, you may keep 2 to 3 people here for inspection. So if there is any raw material which is not rejected by optical sorter, then this sorting labor can pick it up from this sorting table. Then after so many stages of sorting, we can feed the material to the crusher, to crush the bottles into the required size over here. So in this line, we designed the crushing size to be 10 to 12 millimeter, and the crushing screen can be exchanged if the customer need smaller flakes. Okay, then after crushing, and additionally, this crushing is a wet crushing, which means we dose water, but the water we are dosing here is collected from the other process like sink flow tank and rinsing. So we are not consume fresh water here. And after crushing, we move the flakes to the first centrifugal dryer to remove the dirty water which we dosed to the crusher. And after this drying, the flakes will be moved to this sink flow tank, or we call it the flotation separator. And the tank is full of water. The purpose of this tank is to separate the polyolefin material, which is used to make caps. So as you know, caps is normally made of PE and PP. So they will float since the density of the polyolefin is 0.9, they will float. And PET will sink to the bottom, and it will be moved to the next process, which is a dryer again. So after this flotation and the drying, we get mostly PET flakes only. Then the PET flakes will be moved to 2 stages of hot soaking washing. So we keep the flakes in this hot washing tank. And this is a continuous hot washing. So this is the first stage. So we have a screw inside to lift it up and drop it to the next one. So we have 2 stages of the hot washing, and the purpose of it is to extend the washing duration. Then after 2 stages of the hot washing, we move the flakes to friction washing. We have a turbo washer here, which has discontinuous pedals inside to heat the flakes and move it up along with some chemical water. So the glue and other small contaminant and other polymer particle will be separated from PET flakes. Then after discharging of this friction washer, we use a centrifugal dryer again to remove the dirty chemical water along with the dirty particle. So the PET PET flakes quality will be purified again. And the chemical water discharged from this dryer will be filtered and reuse it back to the hot washing tank, which we can save the heat energy and the chemical consumption as well. And after chemical washing, then our main mission is the rinsing. Purpose of the rinsing is to dose fresh water only to remove the chemical which we are using for hot washing. Like it's like our washing machine to wash our clothes. Then the final stage is to dose fresh water only to remove the detergent. Okay, so we have 2 stages of rinsing. And after two stages of rinsing, here comes the final stage of the dryer, centrifugal dryer again. And after this drying, we remove the moisture up to 1.5%. And after drying, we move the flakes to the blending tank. The purpose of the blending tank is to equalize the quality of PET flakes, because this is a waste treatment, so we are not able, or nobody can guarantee there is no contaminant in the end product. So our mission is to equalize the quality of the end product. If there is PVC bottles crushed by the crusher, then we would like to distribute the PVC flakes equally to each batch of the end product. Then we won't exceed the quality requirement of the downstream application. Okay, this is the purpose of blending tank. Then after blending, we have a zigzag over here. This is dust removal. We use a blower to suck the air inside, So the light fines, powder, and the labels will be removed by this air sucking. And PET flakes, since it's heavier, so it will drop to the bottom. So during this zigzag process, we can remove the fines, powders, labels further. Okay. Then before packing, we have optical sorter over here. It's an optical flake sorter, which we can remove other polymer flakes or color PET flakes in this machine. And this machine is also from Tech, Germany, which is also, which is quite brand new. Pat Caribe just acquired it in 2020. So they didn't use it for, let's say, for 3.5 years like other equipment. So this is quite brand new. And after polymer flake sorting, we use a pneumatic conveyor system to blow the flakes to the packing station. This is the final stage. So this is the approximate introduction of the process flow. Then next step, we can see some pictures and videos of this line. So firstly, we have a bale breaking. It includes a loading platform, a chain conveyor over here, a loading platform here, a chain conveyor here, a bale breaker under the outlet of the chain conveyor. And we have first the sorting table, which is not shown here. Oh, it's over here. And certainly we have a screw conveyor to move the bottles. Okay, this is the first step, bale breaking. And the next one, we have the pre-washing. So the pre-washing, it includes the screw conveyor for feeding and a pre-washing tank. Screw conveyor for feeding, and we have a pre-washing tank over here, and we have a process water circulation on the right side behind this screw conveyor. And after the discharging, we have the collection system, and the chemical mixing tank is also beside to prepare the chemical for bottle pre-washing. Okay, so this is the picture of the pre-washing section. And the next one, we can see the picture of the chemical circulation system. So we have chemical heating tank, and we have sedimentation tank to remove the heavier particle over here and discharge them frequently. And the control valve, and the steam control valve, and the level sensor, and the pumps are all included. And certainly the pipes as well. Okay, so this is the chemical circulation system for bottle pre-washing. Then the next one is the label separation. So during this, in this section, we have a second manual sorting table. We have metal separator. It's not detector, sorry. It's a metal remover. And then we have a label scraper, and we have a label blower. So the labels will be removed to this direction, and we collect the bottles to here. Okay, this is the next one is the optical bottle sorting. So this is from Tech, Germany, and with model very sort 1536 CN. So CN means color and the non-polymer, non-PET polymer. And to have, as I introduced, to have better performance, we need a vibration feeder, to have equal spreading of the material. The next one, we have the final manual sorting table, which has a manual sorting table and the metal detector. Let me show you some video. I think this can be played. Okay. So you can see the bottles are washed. They're quite clean. And the metal detector is over here to check if there is still any metal contained in the material. And equipped with this metal detector, there is an automatic discharging device. So if there is any metal detected over here, this device will remove the metal, but with some bottles automatically. So the manpower will be saved, and the production will not stop to keep the capacity of the line. Let's see how it works. See here. Okay. So then after the final stage of the sorting, we have a crushing. This is the crusher. So as you see, we have two crushers over here, two crushers in parallel, and the capacity of each crusher is 1.5 ton. The reason why we set two sets of crusher is we always keep one crusher for spare, because after certain process volume, we need to stop one crusher for blade exchanging. So for non-stop production, we can switch the crushing to the next one, to ensure that the operation will not stop. And after crushing, we have a screw conveyor to collect the bottles, then collect the flakes, then discharge the flakes to the next process, which so-called the dryer. So every dryer of this process is the same. And the advantage of it is that all the spare parts like the spring, the rotor, motor, bearing, they can be used for every dryer. So for spare parts of the dryer, you can prepare just one set for all the dryers in this line. Then let's see a video from the crusher. Let's see a video from the crusher. So as you see from here, one crusher on the left side is ready for the blade exchanging. So the right side, the one in the right side, is under operation. After crushing, this is the dryer. And after dryer, we move the flakes to the flotation. So this is the flotation tank, which we used to remove the polyolefin material, or let's say caps. So the caps will float on the water. So this rotor will push it out for caps collection. And PET flakes over here, let me turn it back. PET flakes will be discharged through through this screw conveyor. And as you see, we have two outlets over here. One is connected to a centrifugal dryer, and another side is still empty. This is still empty. So if you still remember what I have introduced, the line is capable for the upgrade or the capable for the expansion from 1.5 ton to 3 tons per hour. So this part is ready for the expansion. And this is the water circulation system for the pre-washing, as I introduced, these two big tanks. Okay, so the next one. Here comes the flake washing process. So in this flake washing process, as I introduced, we have a hot washing tank, we have turbo washer, we have dryer, we have rinsing, we have blending, we have zigzag, we have flake sorter, and we have packing silo. Let's see how they look. Okay, so this is the steam flow tank, as we saw in the previous video. So we discharge the material to this dryer. And from this dryer, we have the flake washing process. Let's take a look. This is a chemical preparation system. Hot washing tank 1, hot washing tank 2. This is the hot washing tank 1. This is the hot washing tank 2. Okay, and this one is the turbo washer, as I introduced. Let's continue. Oh, sorry. Here. Rinsing. These two tanks are there for rinsing. So you can see there's a connection pipe in between. And we always dose the fresh water in the final rinsing tank. And so the dosed water will be discharged from this overflow pipe to the previous one, which means we collect the water and use it. Then the water will be discharged through this pipe, and we collect it by this tank. And this rinsing water, this used rinsing water, we use a pump to pump it back for flotation and for crushing. Then we have a last dryer and the two blending tanks to equalize the quality of the PET flakes. Okay. So up to blending tanks. Then before packing, as I said, we have optical flake sorting and zigzag separation. Let's see. I don't know if you can see this video. Let's take a look of this video. This is the zigzag over here to remove the fines and labels and collect it to this jumbo bag. And the left side are the blending tanks. So after zigzag, We move the flakes to Sesotec optical flake sorter. And after optical sorting, we blow the flakes to the packing silo. We blow the flakes to the packing silo over here. This is the packing silo with jumbo bag. So this is the end of the production. Okay, and the model number of this flake optical flake sorter is Sesotec Flake Purifier 1024CN. CN means color flakes and the non-PET polymer flakes. So it's a multifunction machine. Okay, we have seen this video. And the next one. Okay, so as I mentioned, up to the packing station, it is the end of the operation of the production. And the line is controlled by AIA System, which prepared by Boretech previously. And the line is controlled and monitored automatically by this system. So you can see the picture of the control system under. So every page shows the different section of the operation. For example, we have bale feeding, bale breaker, pre-washer here. So this is the first page, and we have a water circulation. So we can monitor the working condition of every motor, every valve, every control valve, and every pumps. So the production record can be production record can be collected to your computer. To export to your computer for further analysis. Okay, so this is the AIA system. So what else is included in the offer? Because the company PET Caribe, they have a transformer, two. One is for 220 volt, another is for 440 volt for the washing line. So they would like to sell them together with washing line as a package. And additionally, they have a generator included, power cabinets to transform the high voltage electricity to the voltage what we need for the production. These are power cabinets is there, and the power distribution to the control cabinet. And there is an air compressor from the supplier Bauer, which is quite famous in the world. And there is a boiler with 100 horsepower, which is suitable for this washing line. And control cabinets, certainly they are included. And the cabling as well. The cables and the trays from the control cabinets to the motor, to every motor, you can take them away. So they are ready to pack them together with the machine and the control cabinets. So these items are all included, will be all included in the offer. So everything you saw in the previous videos, except the people, the customer is ready to sell off them. Okay, so let me introduce the disassembly and the delivery terms. The location of this plant is in Valencia, Venezuela, and the port of loading will be Puerto Cabello. And disassembly, packing, and container loading will be done by the existing staff of the PET Caribe. And the expense is will be already included in the offer. So you don't have to pay any extra charge for these works. And once the contract is confirmed, it would take only 3 to 4 weeks for the shipping, to be ready for the shipping. They will use this let's say 1 month for machinery disassembly, cleaning, packaging, and container loading. So the customer, I mean, the buyer has no worry about everything. And for this transaction and the after-sales service, as a matter of fact, Boretech will be the seller or be responsible for this transaction to ensure the rights of the PET Caribe and the buyer and provide all technical supports. And additionally, Boretech is going to support on the following documentation according to the buyer's plan building. So it includes the layout, PFD, PNID, and the loading list, outline drawings, and quality management plan, and the foundation plan, instrument and valve list, equipment load list, and the instrument and valve list, electrical schematic drawing, electrical single line diagram, and list of motors and the gearboxes. And if the new buyer needs any further technical documents, please just tell us. I believe Boretech as an engineering company, we are capable to provide it anytime. So this line will be, I mean, the seller will be Boretech, and the Boretech will buy this line from PET Caribe. So this is the way of the transaction, and the after-sales service will be done also by Boretech. So for all the spare parts provision and expansion and upgrade and operation troubleshooting and the production optimization. So this kind of technical services will be done by Boretech. Okay, so this is the introduction of this used PET bottle washing line located in Venezuela. And thanks for your interest. If you have any question, I'm willing to hear that anytime. If you have any question. Nope. Or if you need any, if you need this, no, I'm not able to tell you the price, but please contact us. You have our email, right? We can make a independent offer. We can make an independent quotation to you right away. You just contact us, please. Because we have many potential buyers here, you know, it's not fair for others. So I'm going to make an official quotation for your reference. Okay, please, one more thing. Certainly, as I introduced in a very early page, the customer, I mean, the PET Caribe is producing PET flakes. It's producing PET flakes for mainly for two applications. Firstly, for PET sheet extrusion, and secondly, they are selling their flakes for bottle-to-bottle factory to United States. So this line is capable for food grade rPET. So any other question, please? So I can write out our contact email if you don't have it. You just send your inquiry to sales@boretech.com. Then we will give you our immediate response and make you the complete quotation of this line. And if you need this presentation, just let us know. We can send you the download link for you to download it if you need it. You just let us know, or you can send the email to remind us. Yeah, please. What ppm quality we can produce? To be frankly, it is related to the raw material, but generally the PVC can be controlled to be less than 20 ppm. And the moisture will be less than 1.5%. And metal, glue, other polymer, color PET, labels, let's say the overall contaminant ppm will be less than 100 ppm. Any other question? As you cannot offer price used machine, can you advise the price of the new seamless bed? Certainly, Boretech is the specialist for PET bottle washing line. So we can also provide you the quotation for the brand new line. For this line, let's say more or less exclude the transformers, exclude the additional items as I mentioned, like here. Okay, but certainly the control cabinets will be included. Excluded, the price will be more or less including one Flake sorter and one optical bottle sorter. So it's more or less 1.6 to 1.8 million. Because the optical sorters are from Germany. You can get the cost of the optical sorters easily. Okay. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. If you have any further question, you can contact me anytime. You can contact me anytime, or you can just send a mail to sales@boretech.com. Thank you.